Whatever happened to Jigglypuff from the Pokemon anime? Well, let's find out. Jigglypuff was first discovered by Ash, Brock, and Misty in Kanto, and when Misty tried to catch it, the trio found out that its throat was sore and it couldn't sing. So, being the aspiring doctor that he always was, Brock gave it a piece of fruit to help. And it did work like a charm, but there was one small issue. Jigglypuff wanted nothing more than to sing for an audience, but every time she did, the entire audience would fall asleep, since unfortunately that's what Sing does in the Pokemon world. Enraged that people would fall asleep during her performance, she takes a marker out of Ash's bag and draws on everybody's face as punishment, creating a hilarious meme and inspiring people to play very mean pranks on their friends for years to come. But anyway, Jigglypuff would follow Ash and friends around Kanto, and despite having good intentions of just putting on a beautiful show, would usually just end up being a nuisance, as it would always knock people out at awkward times, and of course scribble all over their faces. However, Ash and the gang would eventually learn how to use Jigglypuff's abilities for good, and actually used it to put rampaging prehistoric Pokemon back to sleep, and even to knock out a raging Snorlax to save the Orange Islands. Jigglypuff would then follow Ash to Johto and Hoenn, and there it discovered Whismur, a Pokemon who could listen to Jigglypuff sing for as much as it wanted, and would never fall asleep thanks to its ability Soundproof. Now, with the perfect audience, Jigglypuff's dreams of singing to someone would finally come true, and Jigglypuff would stay behind with its trainer Alola for years, but it eventually made its way back to Kanto. It would meet Ash and the kids from Alola, and would eventually sneak aboard a plane and fly with the group back to the Alola region. It would help the group defeat Team Rocket and of course give them some nice ink for their troubles, before it met Samson Oak's Kamala. Since Kamala is always asleep, Jigglypuff's song didn't do anything to it. And when Jigglypuff went to go draw on its face, Kamala fought back and actually drew on Jigglypuff, finally giving her a taste of her own medicine. Now having found another Pokemon that it can sing to, who also shared its weird sense of humor, Jigglypuff and Kamala would hang out together and eventually become best friends. Jigglypuff would stay in Alola until Ash went back to Kanto, and it tagged along when Ash went back home. Once it got back, it would float away, and just like Ash, finally went and set off on a brand new Pokemon adventure.